What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm Luke and I'll be teaching you guys exactly how to be a professional gambler using the game of roulette and using roulette as your own ATM. So in today's video I have got a bit more of an aggressive session for our low bankroll community. It's a bit more of a hard-hitting session, so it should be a pretty quick video. We've got a target of $70 profit, and I've got 10 strategies that I'm prepared to play, but I'm gonna assume we probably won't need to play all 10. We've got a little bit, when I say a little bit more aggressive, we're using specific unit sizes for different strategies based on the board coverage that these strategies provide. So given the fact that the strategies I've chosen to use higher unit sizes, so I've got 10-cent units and $1 units, and because the $1 units, they're a high coverage bet, meaning we're covering more of the board, but we're aiming for a more aggressive, faster payout, and I just wanted to show you guys ways of being a bit more aggressive with a smaller bankroll, because I understand, a lot of the gambling community is never satisfied. Like, there's never enough winnings to be completely satisfied. So, but as a professional gambler, I am an advocate for teaching strong professional behaviors, and these behaviors, one of the key principles is leaving once you hit your target, your win goal for that day. Leaving with profit is going to be the most powerful attribute that you will need to apply to yourself to become a professional. Now, losers, they lose, but I guarantee at some point they were up, but they get greedy, they carry on, and hence why they're losers. But we're teaching professionals, and as I always say, coming in here with a plan is the key to success. So I've got my 10 strategies, I've got it all written down here, I've got the notes, I've added some notes here for key points to consider before playing any of the strategies. Whether I play them in this particular order, we'll see, but I'll play them in whatever order fits, given the notes that I have written down. I've got the target. I've got a bunch of them. The target's only $2 for a bunch of the strategies. Majority of them are only $2. And I have a few targets that press 25 and 10, where I use the slightly higher unit, $1 unit. But remember, guys, this is based off a low bankroll. But the unit sizes, they remain the same. The principle's the same, and you just got to do the math yourself to work out, what bankroll you have. If you're a high roller, well, then obviously your unit sizes would be in comparison to your bankroll. So these unit sizes are particularly in comparison with the bankroll that we have, and we're going to get underway. We'll wait for this time at finish, and we'll begin on the next spin here. But I'm confident that we shouldn't have to play all 10, but I'm prepared to play all 10 strategies if we need to. And here we go. So our first strategy we're going to play, we got 10-cent units, and we're going to play two individual bets. These two rows here, two separate rows with the jackpot numbers in between. 14, 17, 23. So we'll play these out. Our target for this strategy is only $2. So if we can get a hit on this, 27, it's going to take out that bottom row, and it looks like we're getting a dealer change, which is it's good considering we've only just started. But yeah, nothing worse sometimes than getting a dealer change when you're halfway through your session. Different dealers can add a whole different element to the game. But there's nothing really that can surprise when it comes to roulette. It can be a very unique game. So we started with 967. We're up 968, and I'm going to take it's not quite what we wanted, but I'm going to play this next. And these string of numbers are basically the numbers that sit the 5 numbers either side of the number 5 on the board. So they're a cluster of numbers, and so there's 11 numbers all up. So that's a 17, and we're just going to rebet. You can just rebet this because the payouts are significant, but we're going to add a unit, so we just raised all of those now by 2 units. Sorry, by 1 unit. But like I said in the beginning, this is going to be a little bit more of an aggressive session, so we'll try and do it as quick as we can. Hit our profit target of $70 and be able to move on. So just going to add another unit now to all of these. That takes those to 3 units on all of them. So our target we're aiming for $70 profit will be $1,037. That'll be our target goal, and once we hit that, then we will be exiting the table. So we hit a 28 there, so we're just going to now raise these all by 1 unit, and hopefully if we go a little bit deeper into the progression here in the recovery, then we'll implement a hedge, but it looks like we're not going to need to. So that gets us to 1,002. Fantastic. We'll move now onto our next strategy. I'm going to play 6 corners here. The key is not to have them overlapping. I play these corners wherever you like. You can literally do whatever configuration, whatever you want. I've just chosen this. Visually it looks like it's covering more numbers, but it doesn't matter where you place them, they're still covering the same amount of numbers. So that's 29. That's going to take out one of the corners, and we'll just rebet now, but we'll take the one off that just hit, and we'll just double up on the remaining corners. And to get to our win goal, we've got another $37. 17, that's going to take out another one of the corners. We're at 102, 103, and where did we just hit? 17. We'll take the 17 off, and we raise those now. We've got 4 units out there. Now it's not necessary to raise the units. The unit sizes, considering we've hit, it's to be honest recommended to leave, lower the risk for yourself, and just rebet or lower the units wherever you can. But that gets us out of that strategy with 1,005, and now we're just going to play $1 units for this strategy. We've got 3 separate bets out there, covering in the 3 dozens, and basically once we hit one of these, we're just going to remove the one that hit, and we try and hit 2 of these before we move on. So that's taken out the first dozen bet, and we'll just play out these last 2, and I'm just going to raise them by 1 unit on there. Target profit of $10 for this strategy, and we're in a pretty good spot at the moment. It's where we need to be. So that's a 20. That takes out our second one. That gets us to actually $15 in profit. So do 20. I'll play one more strategy here. We're going to cover the numbers that are surrounding the 0 here. 11 numbers, 5 numbers either side of the 0. Another one of my favorite strategies. And if we do hit this, we're gonna most probably be completing the session. It should take us over our $70 win target. So we missed that one, 23. That's okay. Like I said, you can just rebet this, but we're doing a little bit more of an aggressive session here, just to sort of display, how you can play different unit sizes with a low bankroll. And I wouldn't recommend using $1 units for a $1,000 bankroll for all of these strategies. And like I said, I'm using these particular unit sizes because of the board coverage we have. So we're just going to now raise these units by 1 and 3 units on all of these numbers. And if we get a a bit of a dry spell, I'll show you just exactly how we can hedge to help recoup any earlier losses. But I believe that's a 28, so that's going to satisfy that strategy, and that gets us to 162. So in effect, we've hit our win goal. Win goal was $1,037. We made a additional few dollars there anyway. So basically, we've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strategies there. We still had 5 more strategies to play. But you can see there that the deeper you get into the progression with particular strategies, you end up making more. So if we had hit them on the first, we may have had to play a few more strategies, but we've gone a few dry spins. So, but that's how you do it, guys. Basically, low bankroll, minimizing your exposure by having alternative unit sizes for specific high coverage bets. It's a very tactical way of playing, but at the end of the day, the key comes down to the plan. You can't stress enough that having a plan, very well structured plan, is the key to success. Going into any game blind is a good way to destroy your bankroll. And remember, guys, that our goal here is to make consistent profit every day. So you need to make sure that you protect your bankroll. It's the lifeline of being able to survive in this game. And unless you got unlimited bankroll, roulette can be extremely streaky. There's nothing that won't surprise you. You can go 15 blacks in a row, 15 single digits in a row. You might get 3 consecutive numbers in a row. There's nothing out there that hasn't already been done. So I have the utmost respect for the game of roulette. It's it's a fantastic game. But I understand the risk, and I give it the utmost respect, so that my bankroll being the lifeline of this whole thing. So make sure you guys, when if you're only new to the game, or if you've been playing for years, or whatever you may be doing, make sure you practice. Practice makes perfect. So practice, get on a simulator, get somewhere, and be able to practice different strategies, practice money management. And the key is not necessarily what strategies you play, it's how you play the strategies. It's how you manage your money. Buy yourself time, keeping the bankroll alive, all of that is the key to being successful in the game. So thanks again, guys, for watching this far into the video. And if you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I don't know how long I'm gonna put out this content for free. It's it's extremely beneficial content to anyone who enjoys the game of roulette, and wants to better themselves, wants to be professional, and bring on these professional behaviors to become a winner successfully, and walk into a casino, enjoy your time, walk out with profit. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and thanks again, guys, for watching, and I will see you in the next one.